I apologize, y'all. Yeah, when some get in that eye, I got dry eyes, and when some get in my eye, it'd be like, what are you doing? So yeah, that's not a good thing when it get in your eye. So, but yeah, I was just talking about like trying to show stuff. Everybody got a lane, and it's like one thing I never tried to do. I never try to compete with people. Like, even when I was making wigs, hey, that wig maker is unique. This wig maker is unique. This designer is unique. This person is unique. I never wanted to compete with nobody. You know what I mean? Because I'm not in Olympics somewhere. I'm not competing. So I never put myself in a position where I was competing. But a lot of people do. So I was talking about just being grateful and being humble, and I was saying that when the person was talking about the tiny house, because I didn't understand the concept of the tiny house. Oh, my little cellulite showing right there. When I didn't understand the concept of the tiny house, then I realized I was judging. And it's like, I don't like to get judged myself. So it's like, I thought about it. I'm like, no, you might don't understand the concept of a tiny house, but it's somebody else that got the concept of a tiny house and they love it. You know what I mean? So don't be quick to judge what you can't understand. I remember watching this man channel, and he was showing people how to make a McFlurry. And all of the hacks that he was showing people is stuff that he learned from being in prison. And I don't remember everything that he took. I know he didn't have no real ice. I don't think so. I think he had some cookies. He had some, I don't remember. I don't want to lie. So, but he made an Oreo McFlurry. And a lot of people was taking his hack and making it. And this is how he was surviving in jail. And he was making Oreo McFlurries and stuff like that. And just like you can have, remember how back in the day where they say the slaves, they used to give them, the leftovers that didn't nobody want, and the slaves would turn it into Sunday dinner. That's where Sunday dinners come from, soul food, because they'll be like, oh, this garbage, we don't want it. But you see, somebody's trash is the next person's treasure. So they would take those things and be grateful to heaven and turn it into a feast. So I was like, don't you be judging. Don't you judge. You might don't understand the concept of a tiny home, but there's people that love their tiny home. So I had to watch myself from judging. So I'm like, with manifestation, right? You'll get people that's they're bougie, right? And they might got this big old house or this, and they'll come in your house and they'll look, ooh, your house so tiny. They're just frowned up and just have this, like they're better than you. Like you could tell they're using judgment. I mean, like they're so much better than you, because everybody have a lane, and whatever lane you in, stay in. And for the people that got the nice big houses, may God bless you, on your big house and all the stuff that you got. That is so awesome, but a lot of times you dissect that person and you realize where they come from, like the judgmental people that are real judgmental. They judge all these people and act all funny and snoozy, and you look, if you really know them and they look down on people, you'll be like, wow, you used to be a drug addict, addicted, where now you're in Narcotics Anonymous because you was addicted. But because I don't got the big house like you or this or whatever, you look down on me. You know what I mean? That's not nice. So I would say to the people, remember where you come from. Remember where you come from. Don't always try to sit back and judge people, look down on them. Everybody got a lane, and I don't compete. Whatever God got for everybody, congratulations to you. What I got, I am so grateful. I am so grateful and blessed. You know what? Lord Jesus, thank you. It brings tears to my eyes because, see my buddy coming, he feel this emotion. Hey buddy. It's the little things. Oh, I love you, Gino. It's the little things that you be so grateful for. It's like, I am just so grateful for a lot of things, and I don't sit back and try to, I'm not perfect. You know, sometimes you can fall short, but I don't deliberately try to judge people and talk about people and do this. Whatever a person got, then they got it. Half of the stuff that people show you is not even theirs. But they know that's what y'all attracted to. So everybody have a lane. And in my lane, I'm staying in my lane. And I'm okay. I'm okay with what I got. I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm okay with what I'm doing, because what I'm doing, I'm not bothering nobody. I didn't take from somebody, or I didn't, you know what I mean, hurt somebody, or, you know, I'm just happy. So it's just being grateful for what you got. So don't be ashamed of what you got. I remember when I had my little Chevy Corvette. Not Corvette. No, it wasn't no Corvette. A little car. I had this, you know, when I was younger. And my little car was all rusted out and all ugly and stuff like that. But I was so proud of that car. You know why? It was mine. I was so proud. I was no longer walking. I was no longer, what was that little car? Not the Corvette, but that little Chevy four-door car. I can't even think of the name of it, but I was very proud to have that car. I think I paid about $500 for that car, and that was my first car. And I used to get out there and wash it, and the car didn't even have no color, but I was happy and grateful to have it. So you see that, you got to be humble. And you see people and they have their little cars, and their little cars might be all skimped in, but they so grateful and happy to have that car. So, you know, can I see your eyes? Yeah, so I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful and grateful. And, you know, but what I got, that's what I got. So don't ever look down on others, because you never know. You can be in that predicament where it's like things could be, you could be on top of the world one day, and the other day you could be fell all the way off. So be careful with, you know, the stuff you put out in the universe and how you judge people and stuff like that. And I just feel like everybody have a lane. So this is my lane. I'm content, I'm happy, and I'm staying in it. And to anybody else, y'all be happy, content. I know a lot of y'all might show stuff and y'all get judged, you know, for not having what the people think that, you know, you should have or whatever. But just be grateful and thankful. And, you know, I'm telling you, like, I'm thinking about from where I was when I was younger, and as I elevated, you know, I can see progress, and I can see things got better and better and better and better for me. You know better, you'll do better. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and thankful for my life. I'm grateful and thankful to, to be here, to be able to smile, to be able to laugh, you know, and the little things I have that I can share with you guys, and y'all can go buy it and, you know, try it out for yourself. I'm glad that I can do that. So I had to kind of like, don't you be like that, you know what I mean? Because you're not one of them. You ain't one of the bougie people. You ain't trying to fit in. You ain't trying to act like you better than nobody else. You know what I mean? You got a lane. You sticking. Like, I got a lot of successful friends that got money. And what I love about them, and that I can mingle with them and everything, our friendship is not based off the value of the dollar. Because some people will value your friendship off of how much money you got. Like, if you don't make a certain type of money, if you don't live a certain type of life, or you don't got a certain kind of car, or you don't got this, you can't be their friend. So when I get around my very successful friends, I'm like, my friends aren't millionaires. They are. And it's like, what I love about them, they are very humble millionaires. Very humble. They don't brag, they don't show out, you know what I mean? But they're blessed. And they find pleasure with normal people. They don't have to have these bougie friends and go to these bougie parties. They can have $1 million home and they'll shop at Fashion Over. Like, that's okay. But some people feel like, I can't buy that. I got to buy Fendi. Or I can't buy that. I got to buy this. I can't do that. I got to do this. So that is such a beautiful thing, that you can be able to be around somebody and they're not valuing you off of your assets, what you own, what you have, that they're looking, man judge the body, Okay, God judge your heart. So a lot of my millionaire friends, they not looking at, oh, she ain't got no house like us, she ain't got a car like us, she ain't got money like us, and they enjoy being around me, and they can humble themselves, and they go to the rich parties and stuff, they do all that. But it's like when I go with them, and they don't try to like shit on you, you know. When I go with them and they be like, hey, come go, and I always say, hey, and I tell my friends, I ain't going to spend $200 for a plate. I'm sorry. And my friend laughed. She was like, girl, I would never ask you to come somewhere where you're going to spend $200 a plate. And if I do invite you where it's $200 a plate, don't worry, I got you. And it's not a borrow, it's not a loan, and you ain't gonna get, you know how some people get you in front of everybody. I had to buy her food at the last place because she didn't have the money. No, I go where I can spend my own money, you know what I mean, within my budget. Like even going on a date, right? Me meeting a guy, and the guy get ready to take me. I let a guy know right off the back, like, I'm not a fancy bougie woman. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta go take me to this big $100 and some dollars just for one plate. I'm reasonable. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about that. Like, I won't go spend my own money on that type of stuff. So I'm not gonna get on a date and allow you to spend your money on something that I wouldn't authentically buy out of my own hard-earned money. So I'm not expecting that from you. I live in the real world, and I understand you're going to have bills tomorrow. Like, that's nonsense. So now some people be in a position where they can do that, but that's by choice. But I don't expect that. Like, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even a big people person. There's somebody on here always say, hey, why we don't ever see you go out and put on a big hat and go sit down and have dinner and go do. If you haven't noticed, I'm an introvert. I'm not a person that want to go to these dinner parties and want to go to this. I have extreme anxiety, and I say this over majority. When you see me do little stuff, I do it by myself. And then when I am with a partner, you have partners that's private. They don't want to share their relationship with YouTube. They don't want me to pull out a camera, even if it's on myself. Like, this is our time, and you trying to entertain the YouTube people. Entertain me. So to the person that always be asking me that, I'm an introvert. I'm not a person that hang out and go out and do this and do that. Like, when I do go out, I'm going quickly, going to get stuff, but it's not like I'm going nowhere fancy. I might be going to Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be get some Chipotle, but I've been doing a lot of cooking lately and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, like, I don't know. So I don't do a lot of this. You always ask, and I hear you, but it's like you asking me to do something that I don't do. If I'm ever out and I do it, I will, but I don't do that. I'm not the person that go hang out and go do this, go that. I can cut back on a whole lot of restaurant food every blue moon, and then when I do grab some, I might grab like a burger or something. I'm not dining in a fancy restaurant by myself. And then when I am with somebody else, people don't want the camera in their face. So just understand that. But everybody got a lane. Stay in your lane. Be grateful. And if you got them bougie friends that want to bring you around to belittle you, you know, you probably should get you some new friends, because they need people to step on to feel like a giant, you know. So I'm not going to let somebody, just because you got a certain amount of money, you're not going to step on me. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. You're not going to treat me like I'm your broke friend and I'm hanging out with you. No, you taking me to an environment that you know is out of my budget. But you want me to go with you so you can buy it for me, so you can embarrass me. Don't let people do that to y'all. Stay in your own lane where it's an environment where you can pay your own way. And then if you got successful friends that's more successful than you and they want you to come, they're going to invite you. They're going to handle the bill, and they're not going to look down on you because they asking you to come with them. You know your budget. You know what you can afford. You know what you can't. I'm not trying to fit in with people and do this and do that. I got a lane. I'm staying in it. I got a budget. I'm staying in it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be more than what I am. I'm me. I'm grateful. God, thank you for everything that you've blessed me with. Thank you. I'm so grateful and humble to have it. So y'all stay in the lane and don't let people use y'all for their convenience or their laugh and giggles, or for them to feel bigger. You know what I mean? They invite you around so they could be, oh, I'm the successful friend with the money, and my friend coming along and they broke and I had to pay for this, pay for that. Stop going on those type of invites, because it does something for their ego and their dirty little heart. They like to belittle people and be the person. So, that's why you getting invited. So all invites ain't good invites. So thank y'all for allowing me to share a part of my life with you guys. And I had to say, hey, why are you embarrassed? Let the trolls talk about you. Is you happy? Are you grateful? Yes. God will grant you with greater. Be okay with where you at today. A lot of people, if you listen to Tyler say he was homeless, sleeping in a car. And look at Tyler's life now. Like, wow. You get what I'm saying? So don't be ashamed. Be grateful. And thank you guys for listening. You guys have a blessed day. So remember, everybody have a lane. Stay in it. Don't compete with nobody. You know what I mean? What God got for you is yours. You don't got to compete. And then this, I want to say this to people. Like, I know women do this a lot. Like, you get women and y'all be getting ready to go somewhere. Probably when I was younger, I don't do the hangout. And they'll be like, girl, what you wearing? And you be, I'm wearing some blue jeans and a shirt. They want to know what you wearing, because they're going to try to put on something to outshine what you wearing, when it doesn't matter. Well, y'all don't realize there's somebody for everybody. You could be the most beautiful woman in the place, and when a man come talk to you, your attitude, your arrogantness, your just everything is a turnoff. And he will pick your friend that's not that attractive. Or don't be insecure about your size. Like, everybody feel like they got to be a 2 or 3 or 4. Everybody got to be thick. They got to be. You notice that there'll be a man that be like, I don't like super thick women. I like really petite women, or I like that. So there's somebody for everybody. So don't get with your girlfriends and you feeling like you got to figure out what they win so you can outshine them. What's for you is for you. The man that's supposed to be attracted to you, he's going to be attracted to you. Don't compete. Don't compete. Don't be out compete with your friend. The man pick your friend, then the man pick your friend. That wasn't the man for you. Don't be, oh, every time we go, she always get the guys. She's probably always getting the guys because the guys want somebody shallow. They don't want somebody authentic. So stop feeling like you got to compete. I'm not competing and comparing myself with nobody. I have a lane. I'm staying in it. Staying in my lane. What's for me is for me. But you guys have a great day. And toodles.